Good afternoon and welcome to ACLE Activating Episode 2. Thank you for joining us, and I'd like to welcome Anthony Mueller, Chair of the Organising Committee for ACLE, here today on ACLE Activating Episode 2. Welcome, Anthony.
Thank you, Derek. Great to be here.
And Anthony, thought we'd just use this few minutes just to catch up on what's been happening with the organisation for ACLE. Do you want to share with us how it's going?
Yeah, it's going really well at the moment. The programs come together nicely. The electives are all up there for people to start choosing them. We have a really good set of keynote speakers happening. Registrations are up at about 550.
550 and growing. That's actually well ahead of this time 5 years ago when we had ACLE 3.
Yes, it is going well, but the southern states are showing us the way at the moment. Queensland, you've got to lift your game. They're really quite ahead of us at the moment.
I think there's a large contingent slightly ahead of us from South Australia at the moment, all coming up for the great weather in September. And talking about the great weather in September, it's also the Brisbane Festival, as you know, and as we've mentioned in a number of snippets happening around that time. So if you can come up early, you can enjoy the Brisbane Festival and the $5 million fire and laser light show spectacular on at the end of Brisbane Festival called River Fire. And how about accommodation, Anthony? Any points or words to share about accommodation here at that time?
Accommodation, there's lots of options up on the website. If you go to your What If and all those sorts of places too, there's plenty of options there, and there's also cheaper options as well from around the city centre, and that are noted as well on the website. So there's something for everybody in terms of accommodation. The social program is pretty good too, Derek. Yeah, the welcome reception will be a great time when people start catching up. The dinner, got a great speaker at the dinner. Some of the afternoon programs in different places apart from the convention centres coming along really nicely too, so people will be able to get a really good view of Brisbane, South Bank and all that it has to offer.
And I have heard that the social committee and the other committees are putting together some trails, so if you're interested to know where some little groovy haunts are, cafes, restaurants, what are some people's favourites, if you're from out of town, it may help you as well. So that'll be fantastic, and people are organising a few aerobic sessions near the river and a few bike rides, and lots of things are happening for ACLE. But it's a fantastic program. Now let's have a look at how we can actually connect to ACLE. You're getting the snippets, the email snippets from your school rep, but here's some other ways that you can connect to ACLE. You can connect by going to the Facebook, and at the moment we've got about 750 likes on that Facebook. Let's try to get to 2,000 or 3,000 and get on that Facebook site. It's www.facebook.com/myACLE. Also, the Twitter feed is now getting a bit of conversation, and that's the myACLE Twitter handle. That's myACLE, and the actual back channel is #ACLE2013. #ACLE2013. There's also a YouTube channel there at myACLE, and jump on there and see a lot of the videos being put up. There's a speakers YouTube channel. You can now get on and see almost 100 speakers of the conference talking about what they're going to present on. There's today, it's extremely special. Today is the launch of the ACLE app, version 1 of the ACLE app, myACLE, MYACLE. If you go to the App Store and have a look for myACLE, MYACLE, version 1's there. It's got a fair bit of functionality, a fair bit of features, lots of information for ACLE, and it's only going to grow between now and ACLE, and also during and post ACLE as well. Well, I think that brings us to a bit of a close for ACLE Activating Episode 2. Just a little bit of a snippet. Keep an eye on those snippets that have been sent out on the newsletters. Jump on all those social media sites. Feel free to send some questions and comments to the info email as well. And look forward to seeing you on next ACLE Activating episode. And thank you, Anthony, for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, Derek. No, ACLE should be a great time of affirmation for everybody. It should be a good time of learning. There'll be some wonderful worship activities happening as well. It'll be great for people to come along and see that they're part of something bigger than just their college, part of the Lutheran system. So it should be a great time. Come to ACLE.
Okay, see you at ACLE, Australian Conference on Lutheran Education. Bye for now.